up, y'all? This is MGTV Reactions, and today we're going to talk about Olivia, okay? Just for a little bit. Just for a little bit, all right? You guys, before I get started, I'm going to ask you to please hit the like button for me when you come in. Comment your thoughts down below in the chat because you know I want to hear what y'all got to say, all right? And also hit that subscribe button too if you have not done so already. Okay, so listen. I went a few more days without being on here. Well, maybe like a week or so. And I just popped on and I seen that Olivia did a live, all right? And in this live, she's saying that she has moved in with a younger woman, okay? And she now has a roommate. So that's what she's saying. So I wanted to come on here and talk about that because I'm just curious about how long this situation is going to last with her having a roommate, and she's already on here saying how her roommate is dirty. I just think that that's so wild. So another thing that I want to talk about is how do you go from being a mother of five? She's still a mother of five, but still, she left Texas, okay, where she had her own place to stay, all right, and she had access to all five of her children, all right. She left Texas to move to Florida, all right, and now, before I was under the impression that she was staying with her sister Raquel, but now she's saying that she moved in with a roommate, okay. So I'm just confused about how this is a better life down in Florida. The only thing that I see that's better is that maybe she has more free time. But my whole thing is, sis, I still don't understand why she couldn't get herself together and do the things she need to do in Texas. Because now look, now you're in Florida and you got to have a roommate. So I'm assuming that Olivia is going to be in one room with her children. So they're going to have to share that space because she said the young lady also has children. So she said it's a decent sized house. I'm going to assume that the house is no more than 3 bedrooms. So I just want to know why she thinks that this was a wiser decision to go down there and have a roommate than to stay in the state with all of her children. Like, it's insane to me. But anyway, hey, Walk by Faith. You said, so we moving in with a stranger in this damn time. Child, that person is going to wish they had never moved that nightmare in her home. Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking, Walk by Faith, because why is Olivia, if she does have a roommate, why the hell would you come on here and talk about how your roommate is dirty? She kept saying, we're not the same, we're different. She's younger, so maybe that's why she's not as clean. So I don't know. Part of me is like questioning, is this a roommate for real? Does she really have a roommate? Because why on earth would she come on here and talk shit about the lady being dirty, basically, when she's moving into her space? Basically, the lady is doing her a favor by allowing her to move in with her 2 children. So why would you then move into the lady's house and then get on the internet, which I'm quite sure the woman knows that Olivia does the internet, okay? Why would you get on here and then talk about how she's not clean? That doesn't make any sense to me. So she's saying she has a roommate. I don't know. I'm still on the fence on whether or not I believe that. I don't know what's going on, what her situation is, but I just think that it's really odd that she's just now moving into a home with a stranger, with this random person. All right. This random young lady who already has children. She's moving in with her. And the first thing you do while you're unpacking is get on here and talk about how unclean the lady is. Makes no sense to me. You said, I wonder what nationality the person is. That's a good question. You said, Olivia is ungrateful, already putting that lady down. What do you expect out of Olivia? I mean, I don't expect much, but I just feel like, girl, why come in right off the bat talking trash? That's insane. Hey, how you doing, Lisa Moore? So, I I was thinking about sharing my screen and pulling up the live, but you guys, I don't even feel like doing all that just for the simple fact that I ain't got time for it to start if it starts skipping and all that bullshit. So I just came on here to simply have a conversation with you all about the topic at hand, which is the fact that Olivia now has a roommate. I mean, it's really not much to talk about, but I mean, like I said, I don't really believe that that's the case. Hey, JB. Oh, hey, Shonda. You said once again you got to catch me up. I was at work, child. I ain't talking about too much. I basically just came on here to have a conversation about the fact that Olivia is now saying that she has a roommate. It's just funny to me. Like I said in the beginning of this live, I really don't understand why she felt like it was a better decision to leave her stability, which was in Texas, where she had access to all 5 of her children. She could have put the kids in daycare and she could have enrolled in school down there. All right. She could have did all those things down there, but she chose to leave Texas. Now she doesn't have all 5 of her kids. She only has access to 2. All right. And she doesn't have her own place anymore. She now has a roommate. All right. And apparently the roommate is not clean, according to Olivia. I just don't understand why that was the smart move. Why was that the choice she made? Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. She said that she comes from a family of generational wealth. Well, why doesn't she have enough wealth to be able to have her own place? Okay. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Now, that's not to say that I'm judging people who do have roommates. I feel like a roommate type situation is more so for people who don't have children. All right. I can see you doing that when you don't have children. But I think that it is complete chaos for one single mom and her kids to live with another single mom and her kids. And then it's just, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Especially not for somebody that's in their mid-30s. And then if you're not even a peaceful person, you come right in the crib in somebody else's house that's doing you a favor by allowing you to stay there. You come right in and you say, oh, she's not that clean. She's dirty. Insanity. Let me see what y'all talking about. Austin says, because she always feels the need to control an environment / situation. She's a nom. Hey, Virgo Diva. Shonda said that ain't going to work. It's not, child. That lady going to be ready to fight Liv in about a week. In about a week. I give it a week. Kingston's mother said Liv is in a transition house. Okay. Virgo Diva said it doesn't make sense. Everything she's doing there, she could have done in Texas. My point exactly. That's all I'm saying. This actually sounds like a worse situation to me. I mean, what? The only other plus is that, the only other positive thing is that her family is there. But shit. Okay. Shonda says, does the roommate have children? AJ be doing the most too. Exactly. Yeah, so she said that the roommate does have young children. So just imagine that. The roommate has young children. She said children, so I'm assuming she has more than one child in the house. And then Olivia has AJ and Kailani. It just sounds like it's going to be a lot going on in the household. And Olivia is already complaining about the lack of cleanliness. So, yeah. Hey, Cancer 66. If Virgo Diva says roommate, don't believe it. She lies way too much. That's what I'm saying. So, listen, like I said, initially, I was like, I don't know. You never know with Olivia. I still am not 100% believing the fact that she has a roommate, just because of the simple fact that I think Olivia knows herself well enough to know that she cannot have a roommate. She can't. She couldn't even get along with her goddamn neighbors and effectively communicate with them about, blunt guts and rappers on the ground. Let alone, I can't imagine her living with another female, all right, who also has children. It's just not going to work. And my thing is, she claimed that her and her sister had such a great relationship, so why wasn't Olivia able to stay with her sister until she could afford to get herself her own place to stay? That's another question. Walk by Faith says, I hope that girl watches her video so she can see that Olivia is already talking bad against her. Right. I would hope so too, because the last thing that I would want was a bitch that I'm doing a favor and you come in here and you want to talk about the way my house is ran. Absolutely not. You have to go. You're already messing up. But I don't know, y'all. It's a mess. Teresa says, so what is this? What is this I hear about Liv? So her sister put her out or something? Now listen, Teresa, I don't know all of that. I don't know if anything happened between her and her sister or not. All I know is that I hopped on her live today, and she said basically that she has moved into a house, and she has a roommate. All right, and she had a bunch of boxes in one room. All right. So Olivia is saying that she has a roommate. And she came on here talking about basically that her roommate is not that clean. She said that it's a young girl. Um, Let me see. Virgo Diva says she's not clean herself. She's not. She's really not that clean, child. The most disturbing thing I seen a short. Somebody had screen recorded a live that Olivia did where she was in the shower. Okay. And Olivia was washing her ass with her bare hands. I never seen anything like it. I mean, I won't say I never seen it, but that's not clean. Okay. That's just not clean. Nobody does that. So she's talking about how the roommate's not clean. She's not clean. Okay. Who gets ready for a D appointment and you're washing your bare ass with your hands? That was disturbing. And she want to talk about clean. Teresa said, my big old age, I'm not doing no roommate. Listen, I agree with you. I'm 30 years old and I have children myself. And I already know I have to be the queen of my own castle. I don't want to live with anyone else. I can't do it. That would not be a choice for me. Shonda says, I'll give it to the weekend. Me too. The longest is a week. You said, I cannot imagine Olivia living with another woman. Me either. It won't last long if that is the case. Even if Olivia is in a shelter, she gonna get into it with the bitches at the shelter. Olivia just not. She can't cohabitate with anyone. She can't. She's insane to be around people. Next, she'll say the roommate wants her. Oh my gosh. No, next she'll try to sleep with the roommate's baby daddy or something. You said that lady better not let Liv start receiving mail there. Oh my gosh. Hopefully this roommate is who we have been waiting on. She might snatch her ass up while she's on live talking ish. Oh no, that would be interesting. But I don't know. I don't see Olivia. I think that if Olivia did move in with another woman, it would be a woman that she feels like she can get over on. It wouldn't be somebody that she feels like may have enough heart to check her if she gets out of line. Okay? So I don't think I wonder what type of roommate she has too, but I don't think that she would move in with a woman who would check her. Because Olivia can tell, she knows the difference. She's able to read people like that. So she knows. Wait till the hoarding starts. She said yesterday it's a building. Exactly. Pammy says, what do you expect from transitional housing group home? Okay, so Pammy, I didn't know that this was a transitional housing thing or like a group home. I thought that Olivia really went out there seeking for, a place to live, and this is the best that she could get. Okay, I didn't know. I don't know. This definitely could be a shelter or something like that, but that's not how she presented it to the people. You said the fact that she got ready for a D appointment while Stella was watching. Ew. Yeah, Olivia just ain't got she ain't got no respect. The main thing for me was that she washed her body with her hands. No way that it was complete. It was clean without using a rag or something, a loofah, something. You got to exfoliate. That was so trifling to me when I seen that. You said at her big old age, she shouldn't be rooming with nobody. I agree. Especially when you have kids. People just run their households completely different. Olivia doesn't really discipline her children. She, especially in her own environment, she kind of just lets AJ run wild and do all types of shit. He's screaming in the background. She's not, I couldn't imagine Olivia rooming with somebody with the way that she does things or the way she did things at her own home. So that's just a recipe for disaster. Like I said, even if she is in a shelter or transitional housing where she's going to have to live amongst other women, that's just a recipe for disaster because of the kind of person that she is. So listen, I hope it all works out. I hope that, this is just like a stepping stone for her and to her being able to get her own place. I wish the best for her and her family, but I just don't understand why you would leave Texas, leave your children to go and move to Florida to have to live amongst another woman and her children. All right. And not have your own stuff. So it just makes no sense to me. Olivia did everything backwards. Walk by Faith said the only way Olivia is going to move in with another woman is if she feels she might have the upper hand. Exactly, and I agree with you. So, like I was saying, I don't believe that Olivia would move in with a woman who she knows would check her. Olivia would move in with somebody who she knows that she can bully, get over on. It would have to be a sweet, kind, quiet type of girl. Somebody who she feels like she would have the upper hand with. So I completely agree with you on that. You said, Lisa Moore said, she said the girl's in her 20s. Okay. Everyday Life says, no education, no money, or other means of income. She better be lucky she's not completely homeless. Homeless, right. She says she washed, be happy. Girl, I feel you. I'm the only queen in my castle. Right. Listen, Teresa, I could not imagine. I can't do it. Ain't nobody running shit in my household but me. I could never move in with another woman because then I would feel out of place. It can only be one queen in the castle. That's all I'm saying. Unless it's like family or something, if my sisters ever, my sisters come and stay with me from time to time if they need to. They're the only ones welcome. I just couldn't live amongst another woman and also her children. No. Walk by Faith said this is going to be a hot ass mess. I agree with you. So listen, that's all. I just wanted to come on here and chit chat with you guys about that because I just thought that was very, very odd. Olivia was up here talking all this big ish about how she is getting her life together. I see she's still over there doing the weight loss thing and she's still continuing to come down. So that's great. She also said that she already started school. So that's also good. I don't know if that's really the case, if she's actually in school or what. She's says she's acing the test and everything like that. So that's great. But the bottom line is she still hasn't seen her damn kids. She's all the way in Florida. She left her stable home, all right, in Texas, where she had access to all 5 of her children. And now she's in Florida and only has 2 of them, all right, and still has yet to see the other 3. I don't know if she's been able to talk to them or what. So I just think that Olivia really played herself with this situation. I don't understand why the fuck you would move to Florida to stay with your sister and then move into a shelter or get a roommate. It's a mess. Like I said, roommate situations are for people who don't have children. That's just my opinion on that. I don't see how this could work. Let's see. Walk by Faith says, I couldn't even stand to live with another girl in college. It is no way in hell I'm living with a grown woman with 2 kids. No, ma'am, no, ma'am. Exactly. And then she also said when she was on her live, she said something about how, what'd she say? She said, well, she works. The roommate works. So the least Olivia could do was help clean up. That's what. So I'm just confused about why she came on here talking shit in the first place. So if you know that this is a young girl, you're moving in with a young woman who just probably started her motherhood journey. All right, so she don't really have it all the way together yet. And the first thing you do is come on your live stream and bash her and talk shit about the way her house is kept. Bitch, just help her because she's obviously helping you. Because without her allowing you to come stay in her space, you wouldn't have nowhere to go. That's what I mean. Olivia's just trifling. She's very trifling. You said, yes, Liv will be back with Raquel soon. My whole thing is, what happened with her and Raquel that she had to leave there? Why would she think that it would be better for her to move in with a complete stranger instead of staying with her blood sister and amongst family? Why would she do that? Ella Taylor said, move from the bedroom floor to shared accommodation at almost 40. No one paying her bills, clearly. Exactly. Walk by Faith says, the lies. Olivia has not started no type of school. I believe that when pigs fly. Rose Trulio said generational wealth, living with a roommate, no way. Exactly. That's my thing. I thought she said that her mother and her stepfather, they had all the money, okay, that they had generational wealth and that they always come through for her. Well, why weren't they able to help her out this time with getting a place with adequate space for her and her children? Why weren't they able to assist this time? What's really going on? What happened to the money? Lisa Moore said, she said Joey's coming this weekend. So Joey's coming where? He's coming to stay in the room that she has with her, AJ, and Kalani. Is that what's going on? Joey's not coming. Who? Like, please. If it ain't one baby daddy, it's the other. She's been saying that Joey is coming for about how long now? He never showed up. Wasn't he supposed to move to Texas with her? It never happened. Let's see. Yellow Hawk says, with her no washing dishes ass. Everyday Life with Taboo said, and this roommate can't be black. She knows better. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I would imagine that Olivia has moved in with a very mild, meek, kind, sweet Caucasian girl or something. It, like I said, she moved in with somebody that she knows that she can get over on. Rose Trulio says she isn't getting the views anymore, but it looks like she is. Didn't she just get 200 and something views on one of her 200 and something thousand views on one of her lives? And people were saying that she allegedly paid for the views. Virgo Diva says, walk by faith. She looks like she can't breathe. It looks uncomfortable. Something had to happen. There's no way I'm leaving my sister's house to go move with a roommate. Exactly. Something happened between her and her sister. It's either that or Olivia had to move into a shelter or some sort of transitional housing to be able to get some housing assistance faster. It's either one of those things. It's either one. Ella Teller says Joey is not real. I'm convinced he's not real as well. Olivia is always trying to make her family out to be so rich and make herself out to be so good. Girl, hush. Nobody believes anything that comes out of your mouth but your supporters. I agree with you. There's something else going on over there with Olivia. She looks depressed. She looks very dim, dark, and depressed in the face today. She's not, she's not glowing. She's not happy. I think that Olivia probably was forced to make this move, and she's not happy with the fact that she has to live where she's currently living at, because she definitely didn't look like she was excited to be where she's at on her live today. She actually said that she was feeling a little depressed too. Rose Trulio said, but the numbers went down fast. Okay. SK Lee said they were paid for her. Yeah, I was under the impression that she probably paid for them as well too. I mean, listen, I don't know what's going on, but to go from having maybe 3 to 4K views on each live, and maybe I'd say 11, 12 if you're really talking about something. Like if she got some drama going on. To then having 205,000 views on a single live. And what was she doing on that live? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if she paid for it. I'm quite sure she did. Walk by Faith says Olivia probably tried to hit on Raquel's husband. You know what? I don't put it past her. Teresa says she looks bad, losing way too much weight. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I feel like girl, get as thin as you want to get. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about the way she's looking. I think that I feel like she definitely looks better than what she used to look when she was a lot bigger. But I am like, how skinny does she want to get? That's what I'm asking now. Like, well, how skinny are you trying to be? I think she is good right where she's at now. But it's her body, her choice. You said, Megan Claire says, I feel bad for the kids. Poor kids have to be toted around in a beater car and bags and boxes of clothes and makeup. Listen, I feel bad for the kids too. They just don't seem to be able to get any stability. I feel bad for all her children. I feel bad for the 3 that she left in Texas, even though I'm quite sure that they're perfectly fine down there with their dad and Nisha. But still, I know they have questions about why their mother made the decision that she made. And I also feel bad for those other two because they don't even have a father to come save them from time to time. Okay, they don't. They're just stuck with Olivia, and Olivia is not stable. And Olivia is also very selfish. She only thinks for and about herself. Now, with that being said, Olivia mainly makes decisions for herself, right? And without thinking about her children or anybody else. But this by far has to be the worst decision. To have to choose to move to Florida, to be staying with your sister, all right, and then leave your sister's home to go and stay with a possible roommate or in a shelter is just a mess. I don't see how this is better. Um, Wildflower says, I think she's in some kind of placement. Something happened with her sister, so she didn't have a choice. I want to know what happened with the sister. Now, that's the real tea. Now, y'all said y'all think that she might have tried to sleep with the sister's husband. I don't put it past her because Olivia she's a little loose. But damn, that would be insane if she did that to her own sister. Mm. You said those 200K views were fake. They made no sense. I agree. Teresa said, yeah, she didn't look happy at all. No, she didn't. Finest Jules says, Olivia can't even live with herself. Never mind a roomie. Exactly. SK Lee, you said she can lose all that weight that she wants, but their inner core is still evil. And I agree with you, which is why I don't see how she could ever possibly even think about having a roommate. It's just not going to work. Ms. Yellowhawk says all kinds of bots and trolls were in that live. She did something fraudulent to get those numbers for sure. Okay. Teresa says her face looks really skinny and unhealthy. When she had a fuller face, she looked so much better. Megan Claire says the fathers need to step in and take those kids. She technically doesn't have permanent housing and the income to properly take care of the kids. Why make the kids suffer? I agree with you. I agree with you in that regard, Megan Claire, but I don't think that the fathers need to step in and do shit. If the fathers didn't care enough to step in after all this time, they might as well stay where they at. They might as well stay where they at. I'm going to be honest with you. The fathers have not been present for how long? Zolo has never physically seen AJ in person. Kalani's father, we know nothing about him. He probably doesn't even know that she exists. And he probably wouldn't want to be bothered anyway. Olivia's saying that her father's name is Joey. I don't know if Olivia really knows who the child's father is. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, those kids are stuck with Olivia because Olivia did not choose to have her children with very good men. She chose like bottom barrel trash niggas to have babies with. So this is the consequences of that. And so unfortunately, her kids are going to have to suffer due to the decision that she made. I think the best bet would be for Olivia to just get it together. Like, how hard could it be? Why would you uproot your children where they had their own space and now you have to live amongst another woman and her children? Absolutely not. Teresa says, I'm more or less a thick girl and I thought I was super cute when I was super skinny. And when I look back on it, I look sick. I just look better, thicker. And some people just look better, bigger. Yeah, I agree with you. Listen, some people look good small, some people look good a little bit thicker, but at the end of the day, nobody looks good huge. So she needed to lose that weight. Okay, now I'm just questioning how skinny is she trying to get? All right. Finest Jewel says her, Jasmine, and Christy should room together, make a content home of horrors. Absolutely not. That sounds like complete fucking chaos. Jasmine, Christy, and Liv. Imagine that. Imagine that. Rose Trulio said Gerard had a birthday. Him and Nisha went out of the country celebrating. Liv is not happy. Okay. So you know what? I did see that the other day where she actually posted a screenshot of some messages and it appeared that the messages came from another guy. But look, Olivia's posting screenshots of another man saying how much he likes her. He doesn't want to lose her. But who the fuck cares about that when you are literally in your mid-30s moving in with a 20-year-old, another young mother? You're moving in her space and you're already talking shit about her. At this point, Olivia doesn't need to be concerned about talking to any men. And that's the part that irritates me about her. Her life is constantly in fucking shambles. She should not be concerned about what Gerard's doing for his birthday with his wife. That should be the least of her concern. All right. And also, the least of her concerns should be any other man. Because if they cannot add to her situation and actually help her, uplift her, and help her better her situation, they don't have no place in her life right now. Her main focus should be getting her shit together for her children. So she thinks that it's a flex to show the people that she has a man on her line or whatever the case may be, but it's really, really not when your life is in shambles. It's so easy for any woman to get a man. All you got to do is go to fuck outside or get on the ad. That is not impressive at all. The people would be more impressed by her getting her shit together and being a better mother to her children and providing them with stability. All right. The people would be more impressed by her being a mother first, and then whatever else she wants to do, put that on the back burner. I would be impressed by that. Not on the back burner, but you know what I'm saying. Put your kids first, put the niggas last. That's all I'm saying. Megan Clear said maybe CPS showed up and her sis gave her the boot, so she's hiding out at her drunk friends until they find her there. Then she will pack up and haul to the next spot. Okay. Virgo Diva said if those views were bought, YouTube will know. Right. I need some water. I'm fucking thirsty. Excuse me, y'all. I had to take a sip. Let's see. Walk by Faith says, MGTV and chat, have a blessed and wonderful night. I'm going to go get a shower and a bite to eat. All right. Good night. Walk by Faith. See you next time. Megan Claire said that's really sad. SK Lee says she's talking smack about the alleged roommate, but she don't know who be watching and who knows their roommate. Right. Exactly. But like I said, SK Lee, if she moved in with somebody, she moved in with somebody who she knows that she can get over on. Somebody who is not going to step to her. Olivia would not move in with a strong, opinionated black woman. She's not going to do that. She wouldn't move in with somebody like that. Because she knows that the bullshit that she does, if she moved in with somebody like that, it would automatically be called out and it would be chaos because the lady's going to put her the fuck out and put her in her place. She's not going to move in with nobody like that. All right, so I don't know what's going on, but it definitely was not cute to get on here and talk about how the roommate is not clean and basically call the young lady dirty when you need her for a place to stay. Rose Trulio said, did Zolo do a DNA test? I don't believe he did. Everyday Life says, Olivia losing weight for more attention from males. Her body has no definition, zero tone. I agree with you. And that little booty that she used to have is going down. It is going down. She needs to do some squats, do something. I don't know. She needs more protein. I don't know. Megan Claire says there would be wig hair ripped out all over the house. Yes, child. She would get her ass whipped. Shonda says, I about died in college. That was my first time living with a woman other than my mother. My roommates were cool, but I love my own space. Listen, you guys, I'm going to be honest. My younger sister had to stay with me. Was staying with me. And, I love my sister. I do. I really, really do. But, from time to time, me and my sister got into it, and we got to have our space. So I just can't. I know for a fact that I can't cohabitate with another woman. There's a certain way I want my house to be, and certain things need to get done, and it causes conflict. And I'm already set in my ways. I've lived on my own since the age of 18, 19. So me living with another grown woman, it's not going to go well because everybody's different. So I couldn't imagine, me taking all my children and moving in with a complete stranger who I don't even know. I ain't got no ties with nothing. We just roommates. And that person also has children. Absolutely not. It would be hell. Nope. Wouldn't work for me. But we'll see how long this lasts for Olivia. Virgo Diva says she always wants a man, and that is the last thing she needs. I agree with you. The very last thing. You know what? I just don't understand these women. I don't get it. You would think that after all that they've been through with these men, that they would have no issue putting a man on the back burner just to focus on themselves. Because by this time in your life, you should have been able to realize that if you're not dealing with the right type of man, they're just a distraction. Okay, you get so caught up in the man and what he's doing and all of that that you forget about what you need to be doing. So I don't understand why that was even a conversation, or why she would even post a screenshot of a nigga, you know, saying anything to her. That does not matter. That nobody's impressed by that. It doesn't matter. And then the fact that she posted it on Gerard's birthday makes her look pressed. Because why is it always when Gerard has something going on, she feels the need to come on here and put up anything? Like, why are you worried about that man still? He didn't choose you. Let it go. The fuck? I don't get it. Megan Claire says she don't get nothing out of the man. Pammy says, I know that roommate friend said, girl, she talking about you. Let's tap that. Well, we're going to see what happened. But that definitely wasn't smart. If she really does have a roommate, I don't understand why she would come on here talking shit. Virgo Diva says she better be careful speaking about other people. She doesn't know that lady or who that lady knows. I agree. Megan Claire says, how long y'all think she will get away with shacking up in this new place? 30 days or more? I give it, if she has a roommate, I give it 2 weeks. Shonda says, plot twist, I get off work tomorrow and y'all tell me Liv and already got put out. Virgo Diva said, why I hear Keisha Cole saying let it go? Yes, Olivia needs to let it go, and she needs to what is the saying? Let go and let God. It's like, girl. Just girl. I just don't know. Pammy says Florida is known for that. No shade, but you can come up. Everybody gets daycare, and a van takes you to work, or they will pay you like $5 per person to make sunscreen. What? You said Florida is known for that. No shade, but you can come up. Everybody gets daycare, and a van takes you to work, or they pay you like $5 per person to make sunscreen. No lie, especially Fort Lauderdale. What do you mean they pay you $5 per person to make sunscreen? What? I'm confused by that. Everyday Life says, I don't think she has a roommate because, baby, these people are crazy. They will take you out for embarrassing them, especially online. Right, I agree. Like I said, all I'm doing is going off of what she put out there, which is that she has a roommate. I don't know. She could have a roommate, or she could be in a shelter. Who fucking knows? But either way, like I said, if she has to coexist and cohabitate amongst other women, it is a recipe for disaster. A recipe for disaster. SK Lee says she's so predictable. She's claiming Kailani's father is coming to see the baby, but then she says that she don't want to be with nobody. Girl, if he's coming, he coming to see that baby, not her. Exactly. But somehow, some way, Olivia's always going to make it about her. It's never really about the kids. And I don't believe that man is coming. If he has not made the time to see that child since she was born, how old is Kailani? How old is she? Nobody's coming to see that baby. Nobody. None says Olivia is too afraid of people to live with them. She likes her space because she's scary. Everyday Life says the way she ruined Ryan's birthday with all of that mess. Anytime something good is going on with Gerard, she takes the attention away from them. Exactly. She always has to do something. But like I said, her posting that screenshot of whoever that was saying whatever they were saying, it just makes her look pressed. Nobody cares about that. What was the point? They said, so I believe in the screenshot, the guy was saying something about how he doesn't want to lose her. What? Who, like, girl, bye. You said Kailani will be 2 in December. So, Kailani is 1.5. And the father has not seen her since she came out of the hole. He hasn't seen her at all. I highly doubt he's coming to see her a year later. I highly doubt it. You said, I think she will be 2 in December. She had her close to Christmas, I think. One of her 13 personalities is her roommate. I agree with you, Steve. I don't know. Something's going on. I want to know what happened to where as though she had to move out of her sister's home into this uncomfortable situation. That's what I want to know. I can't wait till we find out something about that, because I thought everything was good with her and Raquel. I thought she looked up to her sister. She loved her sister. They got along great. She's so grateful for her sister. So why would you leave your sister's house to be in this uncomfortable position in this dirty lady's home? Makes no sense to me. AJ doesn't call Zolo anymore. Right. So now AJ can't talk to Zolo. Well, Zolo probably don't even care to talk to AJ anymore. But all because of the bullshit that him and Olivia went through. That's what I'm saying about if I was Liv, I wouldn't even be worried about none of these men. Because look what happened. Zolo basically played on her and AJ's top. He had the boy calling him dad on FaceTime with him, and now you won't have nothing to do with him. Now they just not talking. Everyday Life says, I damn well Gerard could have said that he's called her a dumbass a million times online. She better stop believing these niggas. Exactly. SK Lee says, when it says she was the nicest and smartest, I said, oh, hell no. Who they think they talking about? Because she ain't either. Right. Now, that's some shit that I feel like Olivia, y'all was talking about the messages between her and Gerard was messages she texted herself. I believe she texted that bullshit that she posted the other day to herself. Miss Yellowhawk said, no, her and Raquel don't have a good relationship. They never have. Okay. I'm just saying, not too long ago, she was up here giving her sister praise. Virgo Diva said, I would be uncomfortable. It would be top priority to have my own place as given transition house. Okay. Steve says, Raquel's husband don't want that skank around his family. Yeah, I'm quite sure Olivia, while she was staying with Raquel, she probably made everybody uncomfortable. I could see her walking around the house in her panties. T-shirt, no bra. Being very inappropriate. Raquel's up cooking dinner and shit, and Olivia's trying to sleep until 6, 7 p.m. while her kids are up running wild. I could see it happening. And then she want to get up and go to the gym and keep trying to leave the babies in the house with Raquel. I could see how that could get out of hand after a while. Rose says, Liv says she had an open floor plan in Florida. Her apartment, what we don't see it. Okay, so basically she just told her herself she lied because that apartment was, it's definitely, listen, it's given, it's not modern, it's not up to date, but it's a home. Okay. Nothing wrong with the place, in my opinion. But it's not given what she said it was given. So she obviously lied about what she has. Miss Love says, shaking my damn head, she'll be out on the street soon. Virgo Diva says she went live at her sister's house. Bet Raquel said, get out. She breaks rules. So you think that Raquel found out about the fact that Olivia was going live in the corner and Raquel told her she has to leave? Butterfly Antics says she's still unstable. It's ridiculous. Just be moving her kids state to state for years. First the Web3, now they're abandoned too. Miss Love said it looks like a boarding room. You know what? To be honest with you, it's another woman that I seen, but she actually was in a shelter in New York. The shelters look similar to what Olivia showed, but it's kind of like a little apartment type thing. So maybe she actually is in the shelter. Who fucking knows? All I'm saying is, Olivia said she was moving. My bottom line is this, and then after I say this, I'm gonna get off of here. Olivia said she was moving herself to a better situation. Okay. She said she abandoned her children and she left them in Texas, moved to Florida so that she could be better and get into a better situation for herself and for her kids. And so far, I have seen nothing that's better. Everything that she claims she's doing now, she could have did that shit in Texas with all 5 of her children. All right. Her moving to Florida to to go to whatever kind of schooling she's claiming that she's going to, but we don't really know if she's going. Okay. Roommate or live in a shelter, that's not a better situation. It's not. And to me, the only thing, I mean, she was so busy trying to run from Gerard that she ran herself into a bigger fucking mess. Because this is crazy. Imagine being a mother of 5 and you got to be a roommate to another bitch who's in her 20s with her own kids. Imagine that. I don't see how she elevated. So that's all I'm saying. Imagine that. Imagine coming on here talking all this shit about how you got money, how you do what you want, and other people do what they can do, and all that. Talking all that, popping flies, saying all that type of shit, and you got generational wealth and everything like that. And then you come on here and tell the people that you are now rooming with a 20-year-old and her children. A mess. So that's my main thing. I hope that Olivia gets it together. But so far, it's looking like she should have just kept her ass in Texas. That's what it's looking like to me. Because to be honest, this is sad. This is really sad. To be this old, to be in your mid-30s, and this is what you're doing, it's insane. The only thing that's going right in the way that she wants it to go is her losing weight. Outside of that, what else are you doing? What else is being accomplished? Because you obviously not getting to a bag if you got to live with somebody else or wait or go into a shelter to get housing. So just imagine. I just think it's sad, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Whoa, I can't. Hey, stay creating. Miss Love said it sounds like Stella got tired of paying her bills. You know what? That definitely could be it. Because she said it. She said it herself that her mother and her stepfather always come through for her, and they're always there for her. They help her out with whatever she needs. I think at one point in time she was saying that they were paying for AJ's daycare. Maybe that is what it is. I don't know, but it's just sad to me. I don't see how her life is getting any better. Virgo Diva said, I could see living transitional housing just to have some freedom. She's on a waiting list, I bet, for a place. Maybe that is the case. I hope it all works out. That's all I can say. But I would be pretty depressed to be a mother of 5 children, and I only have 2 of them in my possession. I don't have my own space. I got to live with somebody else and their kids. I don't have nobody. Like, this is just sad. That's all I'm saying. It's depressing. Just to think about. I would be fucking depressed. I'm sorry. I would be depressed. Rose Trulio says, I think with Liv, Stella signed so many times for Liv, her credit is bad. That might be the case. Then if she, you know what? That definitely could be the case. She probably messed her mother's credit up. Ms. Yellowhawk said, but y'all jealous of her. Child, please. You know what? I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her. Virgo Diva says, I heard she was behind on the rent in Texas. Rose Trulio said, karma is coming, Liv. Enjoy. Virgo Diva says, Stella is tired. Eye for an eye says, hey, KP and chat. That is depressing. I don't feel sorry for her, but I do feel sorry for those kids. I feel sorry for everybody. I feel sorry for Olivia too, to be honest, because she just can't get it together. I know she wants better. I know she just tries, and it's just not working, and it's just not working. The only thing that she's succeeding at is fucking losing weight, like I said. But outside of that, her life is a mess, and I feel bad for her, and I feel bad for those babies as well, because they are the ones who suffer as a result of the choices that she chooses to make. And I don't know. Miss Yellowhawk says, wait, CC Life says she's always hollering boss bitch, right? And she's not a boss bitch at all, because she ain't got it. But you said, I don't, she's evil, gotta let the universe work. I mean, karma gonna spin the block when it needs to spin the block. It's gonna spin regardless. I'll be too soft sometimes. That's what it is. That's my problem. But I just like, damn. I would be, like I said, I would be depressed. 35. It's just, you done played yourself. You went back to your ex-husband and he played you. He's constantly taking vacations with the new wife. The other kids are gone. You got these other 2 kids, but you chose to have 2 additional kids with men who don't care about the kids. So you have to do everything by yourself. Your money's not right. You don't have a career. You don't have nothing going on. That's why I feel bad for her, because your life sucks. The fuck? It sucks. That's all I'm saying. Let me see. I don't think she tries. She is constantly shipping, but can't pay her bills, allegedly. Miss G says she will not get better until she gets mental help and takes accountability for her actions. I agree with you. I think the first step for Olivia to get herself together is therapy. Honestly, truly. Like, just be real with yourself. Go talk to somebody, and don't talk to the people on the internet. Talk to somebody who can actually help you. CC Life says, I feel sorry for the kids, not her grown ass on her generational wealth. Eye for an Eye says she left her home to live like this. Crazy work. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She said she was going down there to better herself, and nothing's better. Nothing. Michelle Hawk says, I get it, MGTV. You have a heart, but no, she doesn't. The people is not playing with Liv. Y'all said, fuck that. No sympathy for her. She is evil and she deserves everything she's getting. Okay, I respect it. Megan Clear says she got money and time for makeup, clothes, and gym crap, etc. About 2 pieces each of thrifted handy-down clothes for the kids. Bills not paid. Right. Now that's a mess. But you guys, wait, Miss Love says, nah, I feel sorry for her too because she just doesn't know how to be consistent and wanting and having a better life for herself. I agree. CC Life says, my youngest daughter has a good job in the medical field, her own place, and she's younger than Liv. Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, once you start popping out them babies, you just got to get it together. You got to get it together. You can't afford to have all these different moments where shit is falling apart. So, unfortunately for Liv, it's a lot of younger people that are, have it together more than she does. But there's still time. She can still get herself together. But all I'm saying is that must suck. You said you was moving to get yourself together and to have a better situation, and nothing is better at all. It's fucked up. It's worse. It keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And you could tell that she's not happy with her situation just by the way she looked today. This is the last 2 comments I'm going to read. SK Lee says, I'm an empath, but I can't muster up any sympathy for her. The kids, yes, but her, no. Okay. Miss G says AJ is 3, not potty trained, and has lived in 4 places already. Yeah, that's a shame. I don't know, you guys. Listen, I hope Olivia gets herself together, but based on her track record, who knows what's going to happen. If she does actually have a fucking excuse my language, but yeah, if she actually does have roommates, I would suggest that she stops talking shit about her roommate, because it's really not going to last long, and her babies are really going to be out here homeless. Okay, but that's all I have for now, you guys. All right, I just want to get on here and chat with y'all about that because I missed you guys. Okay, but before I go, I'm going to ask you guys to please comment your thoughts down below. All right, if you have not done so already, also hit the like button for me too, and hit that subscribe button as well if you have not done so already. All right, and until next time, I will see you all later. All right, bye-bye.